6 early signs of dementia, and 7 things you can do right now. What if the thing you're calling dementia isn't dementia at all? I want to tell you a quick story before we get into this. Years ago, a couple came into my office. The husband was showing early signs of cognitive decline, forgetting things, mixing up his words, and his wife was constantly correcting him. Honey, you forgot again, you mixed up your words. She meant well, but here's what I told her. Every time you remind someone of a mistake, you lock it in, you reinforce it. So I asked her to do one thing for just 1 week. Stop correcting him completely. Let him make mistakes. When they came back, he was sharp, articulate, no signs of cognitive dysfunction whatsoever. Here's the point. Stress, poor sleep, blood sugar problems, these can all mimic dementia. So before we go through this list, understand, having 1 or 2 of these symptoms occasionally does not mean you have dementia. Constant matters enormously. That said, let's talk about what to watch for. What is dementia really? At its core, dementia is a mental decline caused by parts of your brain physically shrinking, specifically a structure called the hippocampus. And the earlier you catch what's happening, the more you can actually do about it. Here are the 6 early signs. Sign number 1, difficulty organizing and planning. Simple tasks that used to be automatic start requiring real effort. Planning a meal, organizing a schedule, following a sequence of steps, it becomes genuinely hard. This is often one of the first things people notice, and one of the first things they dismiss. Don't dismiss it. Sign number 2, personality changes. This one's subtle, it's not dramatic. It's a quiet shift. Someone becomes more irritable, more withdrawn, less like themselves. People around them notice before they do. And again, this can happen for many reasons. But when it appears alongside other signs on this list, pay attention. Sign number 3, constipation. I know this one surprises people, but your gut is essentially a second brain. You have more nerve fibers in your digestive system than in your entire spinal column. The microbes in your gut produce more serotonin than your brain does. And research consistently shows that people with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's have a dramatically higher rate of constipation than those without. The gut-brain connection is not a theory. It's one of the most well-established relationships in neuroscience. If your gut is struggling, your brain knows about it. Sign number 4, sensory dysfunction. Changes in smell, changes in taste, shifts in hearing, eyesight, or appetite. These sensory changes can seem unrelated to brain health, but they're not. They're among the earliest signals that cognitive function is beginning to decline. If multiple senses seem off at the same time, that's worth taking seriously. Sign number 5, language problems. Struggling to find words, repeating the same things over and over, mixing up words mid-sentence. In more advanced cases, a person can form complete fluent sentences, but what comes out makes no sense at all. They're trying to communicate, but the message is completely scrambled. This is the hippocampus breaking down, and it's one of the most frustrating symptoms for the person experiencing it and for everyone around them. Sign number 6, getting lost in new places. Your brain has a built-in GPS. It tracks where you are in space, builds internal maps, and helps you navigate unfamiliar environments. When that system starts to fail, you simply cannot find your way, even somewhere you've been before. This isn't about being bad with directions. This is a specific neurological function declining. And it's one of the clearest early markers of what's coming if nothing changes. Now, here's what you can do about it. This is where most medical advice fails people. Doctors will tell you it might be genetic, that it's just stress, that there's not much you can do. That is wrong. Your diet and lifestyle have an enormous impact on whether this progresses or reverses, especially if you catch it early. Here are 7 things to start doing right now. Number 1, take vitamin B1. One of the most well-documented causes of hippocampal shrinkage is a vitamin B1 deficiency, also called thiamine deficiency. And the number one cause of that deficiency? A high carbohydrate diet. Every time you eat sugar or refined carbs, your body demands more B1 to metabolize it. The higher your carb intake, the more you deplete your thiamine. Alcohol does the same thing. The best natural source of B1 is nutritional yeast. Just make sure you're getting the unfortified kind, not the synthetic version. And start cutting back on the carbs and alcohol. This one change alone can make a significant difference. Number 2, fix your gut. Research on Alzheimer's and Parkinson's consistently finds the same two things: low microbiome diversity and gut inflammation, every single time. So how do you fix it? Eat a wide variety of vegetables, not the same salad every day, but genuinely diverse plant foods with different fibers and phytonutrients. Each one feeds different bacterial strains. Also, fast. Intermittent fasting increases microbiome diversity in ways that nothing else can match. It sounds counterintuitive, but starving the microbes briefly makes them stronger. Cut out gluten, cut out GMO foods exposed to glyphosate. That herbicide destroys microbial pathways in the soil, and it does the same thing in your gut. Go organic where you can. Your microbes are producing your neurotransmitters. Protect them. Number 3, add broccoli sprouts. This one is underrated, and the research is remarkable. Broccoli sprouts contain a compound called sulforaphane, and sulforaphane is essentially superfuel for your brain. The research on sulforaphane and neurodegenerative disorders is genuinely impressive. It's anti-cancer, yes, but its impact on brain protection goes even further. Sprouts also support gut health, which, as we just covered, directly impacts your brain. And the best part, they're incredibly cheap to grow yourself at home. Add them to your salad regularly. Number 4, generate ketones. Here's what's happening in a damaged hippocampus. The brain cells can no longer efficiently use glucose as fuel. They're essentially being starved. But there's another fuel source that bypasses that damage entirely: ketones. Ketones feed neurons directly, even when glucose metabolism is broken. This is why intermittent fasting and periodic prolonged fasting are so powerful for anyone experiencing cognitive decline. You're not just losing weight, you're switching your brain to a fuel source it can actually use. Add NCT oil. 1 tablespoon twice a day is a simple way to boost ketone production quickly. You can also look into exogenous ketone supplements for additional support. Number 5, ginkgo biloba. Specifically look for the extract labeled EGB 761. This particular extract has shown meaningful neuroprotective effects in dementia research. It's not a miracle, but the evidence for neuroprotection is solid, and it's worth including in your protocol. Number 6, lion's mane mushroom. The research on lion's mane and cognitive function is genuinely off the charts. This mushroom has a measurable, significant impact on brain health. Not subtle, not minor. If you're not already using lion's mane, this might be the most important addition you make. I'll put the research links below. Number 7, the fundamentals that always matter. You already know these, but they matter even more when your brain is at stake. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA from fatty fish, fish oil, or cod liver oil, vitamin D, zinc, exercise. It increases oxygen to the brain in ways nothing else replicates. And sleep, because without it, cortisol spikes, stress compounds, and your brain is literally deprived of the oxygen it needs to repair itself overnight. These aren't optional extras, they are the foundation. So here's the bottom line: 6 signs to watch for, 7 things you can start doing today, and the most important thing I want you to take away from this: early is everything. The window to reverse this is real, but it doesn't stay open forever. Diet, fasting, gut health, the right nutrients, these are not small factors. They are the factors. If you want to go deeper on brain health, I put together a full video on this topic. Watch it next.